the city sprawls under a perpetual twilight, its ancient heart pulsating with forgotten rhythms. Digital maps flicker, displaying fragmented streets and corrupted data where the district should be. Ghostly echoes of lost names whisper through the cruise comes, a disquieting static on the air. Buildings loom, their facades scarred by time, and a strange, deliberate erasure from memory. The air itself feels heavy, thick with history that actively resists any form of modern recall. Each step the crew takes resonates with a profound sense of trespassing into forbidden, unknown territory. Their specialized scanners struggle, displaying only fractured blueprints beneath the shifting urban decay. The district's true name remains a phantom, a void in every database they try to access. A cold wind whips through the narrow alleys, carrying dust motes that seem to absorb all light. The crew's boots crunch on brittle, forgotten paving stones, each sound amplified by the eerie silence. Shadows stretch long and distorted, twisting familiar shapes into monstrous, unfamiliar forms around them. Ancient glyphs, half erased, adorned crumbling walls, hinting at a civilization deliberately wiped from records. Their own Titan hums softly, its internal sensors strained, sensing the powerful, hidden presence below. A feeling of growing unease settles upon the team, a premonition of something deeply unsettling. The sky above, usually a bruised purple, here appears a flat, oppressive gray, devoid of stars. Faint, almost imperceptible tremors ripple through the ground, a heartbeat from deep within the earth. The crew presses forward, drawn by an irresistible, almost magnetic pull towards the district's core. Their leader's expression tightens, a silent acknowledgement of the profound mystery unfolding before them. The very architecture seems to shift, an optical illusion caused by the oppressive, distorting atmosphere. They navigate a labyrinth of forgotten paths, guided only by the Titan's increasingly insistent hum. Every broken window stares like a vacant eye, reflecting the crew's apprehension back at them. A sense of profound age permeates everything, a weight of centuries pressing down on their shoulders. The air grows colder with each descending block, carrying the scent of damp earth and ancient metal. Their instruments finally lock onto a faint energy signature, buried deep beneath the district's heart. This signal is unlike any other frame they have encountered, radiating an unsettling, steady power. The ground beneath them begins to slope, leading them into a forgotten subterranean network of passages. Massive, rusted metal doors, half submerged in rubble, mark the entrance to the deeper levels. These doors bear no insignia, no identifying marks, only the brutal evidence of immense strength. The crew activates specialized cutting tools, the harsh whine echoing ominously in the confined space. Sparks fly, illuminating the oppressive darkness, revealing intricate, forgotten mechanisms within the metal. Slowly, with a groaning protest, the ancient doors begin to yield, revealing a deeper, blacker abyss. A wave of frigid air rushes out, carrying a faint, metallic temps that chills them to the bone. Their flashlights pierce the gloom, revealing a vast, cavernous borderto impossibly large beneath the city. Colossal support pillars, carved with forgotten symbols, disappear into the inky blackness above. The air here is utterly still, a tomb-like silence broken only by their own labored breathing. At the vault center, a colossal form gradually takes shape, shrouded in layers of ancient dust. This is it. Frame 6, the Night Engine, a dormant leviathan of impossible, dark power. Its silhouette is sleek, predatory. Unlike the industrial forms of the other awakened titans, the metal gleams with an obsidian sheen, absorbing all light, making it seem like a hole in reality. Massive chains, reinforced with some unknown, resilient alloy, bind the Night Engine to the vault floor. These aren't merely restraints. They appear to be part of an elaborate, deliberate sealing ritual. The seals, intricate and glowing faintly, seem recently reinforced, their energy pulses strong. Someone has been here, long after the city forgot this place, maintaining its profound slumber. A chilling realization dawns. The Night Engine was never truly abandoned, only deeply contained. The crew approaches cautiously, their Titan vibrating, with an unprecedented level of apprehension. Its sensors detect a complex energy matrix, far more advanced than any previous frame's core. The night engine's form is almost fluid, an artful blend of biomechanical horror and elegant design. Its surface is smooth, yet somehow appears to ripple with contained, dark power beneath the sheen. Faint, pulsing lights emanate from deep within its structure, like a slumbering, malevolent heart. The crew leader signals a halt, a silent command for everyone to absorb the gravity of this discovery. This frame feels different, imbued with a purpose far more sinister than mere destruction or defense. The reinforced seals hum with an arcane energy, preventing any direct access to the Titan's interior. These aren't just physical barriers. They are woven with intricate, almost magical energy fields. The team begins scanning the seals, seeking any weakness, any pathway to bypass their formidable strength. Their instruments struggle, encountering resistance from the ancient, interwoven protective enchantments. The air crackles with latent power, a palpable tension growing within the vast subterranean chamber. A member of the crew reports strange temporal fluctuations detected around the night engine's core. Time itself feels distorted here, a subtle warping of reality around the dormant Leviathan. The seals are not merely strong. They are designed to repel, to confuse, to protect a profound secret. The crew sets up a temporary base, preparing for a prolonged attempt to breach the Titan's defenses. Their faces are etched with a mixture of awe and profound trepidation, knowing this is the final piece. The implications of a pre-sealed reinforced frame resonate deeply within their collective understanding. This isn't an awakening. It feels more like an inevitable, preordained unveiling of a terrible truth. The night engine seems to watch them, even in its dormancy. A silent, judging presence in the dark. Its obsidian shell reflects their fear, twisting their anxious faces into grotesque, shadowed visages. The crew chief studies the intricate seal patterns, recognizing fragments of ancient, forbidden lore. These symbols speak of termination, of finality, of an end to cycles, etched into the Titan's prison. A chilling thought emerges. Perhaps these seals were not meant to keep something out, but in the air grows heavy, thick with the scent of ozone and the faint, unsettling aroma of aged blood. Their efforts to analyze the seals yield little, the ancient protections baffling their advanced technology. The Titan's power signature intensifies slightly, a subtle shift, a hint of its immense, slumbering might. One crew member experiences a momentary vision, a swirling vortex, dark and hungry, consuming light. The vision vanishes quickly, leaving a lingering chill and a sense of profound, cosmic despair. The night engine's presence is a gravitational pull, drawing their attention, their fear, their very essence. They understand this frame is different. A keystone, a terrifying completion of an unknown mechanism. The seals pulse with a rhythmic, almost predatory glow, like an eye slowly opening in the darkness. The crew's own Titan emits a low, mournful sound, a warning unheard by human ears alone. They deploy specialized energy siphons, hoping to drain the seal's power even slightly. The siphons spark and strain, barely making an impact against the ancient. Formidaberan, chantoments. A sense of desperation begins to creep in as their efforts seem futile against such deep-seated power. The vault itself seems to breathe, its massive structure groaning under an unseen, growing pressure. The reinforced seals hold firm, their intricate patterns glowing brighter with each failed attempt. This frame was designed to remain hidden, protected by layers of temporal and spatial distortion. The crew leader studies a faded diagram, noticing a critical, almost invisible, convergence pointo. Perhaps the seals are not meant to be broken, but understood, a key to their hidden, true purpose. The night engine remains inert, yet its silent presence commands the entire, suffocating atmosphere. The air grows colder, a subtle shift that precedes something monumental, something utterly unexpected. A faint, internal hum begins to emanate from the night engine, a low, resonant, thrumming sound. The crew freezes, their instruments suddenly spiking with anomalous energy readings from within the frame. The reinforced seals, designed to contain, suddenly begin to glow with an alarming, internal brilliance. They pulse faster, their intricate patterns flaring, signaling an impossible, unauthorized activation. A wave of pure, unadulterated darkness radiates outward from the night engine, consuming light. The vault plunges into an unnatural gloom, far deeper than mere absence of light. An active void. Their flashlights flicker, struggling against the encroaching shadow, their beams swallowed by the dark. The night engine is awakening, not by their hand, but by some unseen, internal, terrible command. The night engine's internal lights flare, piercing the encroaching void with a crimson, malevolent glow. Massive gears grind within its obsidian shell. A symphony of ancient mechanisms reawakening after eons. The reinforced chains, binding it to the vault floor, begin to strain, groaning under immense, growing tension. Cracks spiderweb across the ancient stone, dust raining down from the cavernous ceiling above their heads. The crew scrambles, their faces illuminated by the terrifying, pulsing light of the awakening Titan. Their own Titan shudders violently, its systems overloaded by the sheer raw power emanating from Frame 6. A low, guttural roar erupts from the night engine, a sound that vibrates through their very bones. The darkness deepens unnaturally, an active force that presses down, stifling breath and hope alike. The seals, once formidable barriers, now twist and contort, their protective energies failing rapidly. They shatter with explosive force, fragments of arcane light scattering across the vault floor like dying stars. The night engine rises slowly, its colossal form casting a terrifying, shifting shadow over the crew. Its joints articulate with an eerie, silent grace, a predator stretching after a long, profound slumber. The atmosphere becomes charged, heavy with static electricity and the scent of ozone and burning metal. The crew leader shouts orders, but their voices are swallowed by the overwhelming, resonating hum. Panic begins to set in, a cold dread gripping their hearts as the impossible unfolds before them. This activation was not external. It arose from within, a preordained event beyond their control. The night engine's eyes, previously dormant sensors, now glow with an intense, predatory crimson. It surveys the vault, its gaze sweeping over the shattered seals and the terrified, vulnerable crew. The air itself feels thin, sucked dry by the Titan's immense, awakening presence and dark power. The ground trembles violently, threatening to collapse the entire subterranean structure around them. The crew's Titan, usually a steadfast protector, now retreats, a primal fear seizing its automated systems. It recognizes the night engine, not as an ally, but as a force of ultimate, unyielding termination. The obsidian armor shifts, revealing intricate, bioluminescent patterns that pulse with dark energy. These patterns resemble ancient constellations, but twisted, malevolent, hinting at cosmic, dark purpose. The night engine extends a massive, segmented arm, its claws unfurling with a chilling, metallic whisper. It does not move to attack, but rather to reveal, to present something hidden within its core. A section of its chest armor retracts with a soft, hydraulic hiss, revealing an internal chamber. Within this chamber, bathed in the Titan's crimson glow, a human figure stands absolutely motionless. The crew stares, disbelief warring with a creeping, existential horror in their widening eyes. This is impossible. The frame was sealed, untouched, yet a pilot already occupies its core. The figure is alive, undeniably human, standing with an eerie stillness inside the colossal mech. Its presence radiates a profound calm, a stark contrast to the chaos and terror engulfing the vault. The night engine's internal light illuminates the pilot's face, revealing every horrifying, familiar detail. A collective gasp escapes the crew, a sound of utter shock and dawning, gut-wrenching recognition. The pilot shares a face-to-face of one of their own, a member of their core expedition team. It is Ilara, but older, etched with lines of experience and profound certainty. The eyes, though familiar in shape, hold a depth of ancient wisdom and chilling, detached resolve. No fear, no surprise, only a calm, unwavering gaze that meets their own stunned expressions. The pilot's attire is sleek, Functional? A dark uniform, integrated seamlessly with the Titan's interior. Their posture is relaxed, almost casual, as if they have occupied this space for an eternity. A faint, knowing smile plays on the pilot's lips, a silent acknowledgement of their profound shock. The crew member, whose face is reflected, stands frozen, a mirror image of their own future self. Their breathing becomes ragged, their minds struggling to comprehend this impossible temporal paradox. The pilot inside the night engine raises a hand, a gesture of quiet authority, not hostility. The Titan itself stills, its ominous hum receding slightly, awaiting its pilot's silent command. The air remains heavy, but the immediate threat of the night engine's rage seems to subside. For now, the crew's terror transforms into a new, more insidious dread, the horror of self-recognition. How can a future self exist here, piloting a frame sealed for millennia, untouched by their efforts? The implications are staggering, twisting their understanding of time, destiny, and free will. The pilot's gaze settles on their younger self, a profound, almost sorrowful understanding in those eyes. The older self embodies a chilling composure, a serenity born from unimaginable future experiences. The crew leader stumbles back, their mind grappling with the impossible, the truly terrifying revelation. This isn't merely a Titan. It's a temporal paradox, a living prophecy of their own inevitable failures. The pilot's presence is a cold, hard truth, shattering every assumption about their mission and purpose. Their entire quest, their struggle to awaken the frames, feels like a pre-written, futile script. The older pilot's expression shifts slightly, a hint of something unreadable, perhaps pity, in their gaze. The silence in the vault stretches, thick with unspoken questions, with profound, shattering implications. The cruise Titan lets out another low, mournful sound, a whimper of recognition and deep despair. It recoils further, its massive frame trembling, sensing the profound, unshakable truth of this pilot. This is not an enemy to be fought, but an inevitable consequence, a terrifying future reality. The younger crew member feels a profound, chilling connection to the figure inside the night engine. A sense of predestination washes over them, a horrifying glimpse into a path they cannot escape. The older pilot's lips part slightly, preparing to speak, to utter truths that will shatter their world. Their voice, when it comes, is calm, resonant, imbued with the authority of countless future moments. It carries no malice, only a profound, almost weary certainty echoing in the vast, dark chamber. "You are too late," the pilot's voice resonates. Not a judgment, but a simple, unavoidable fact. The words hang in the air, heavy with unspoken history, with battles fought and lost in another time. "The system demands completion," the pilot continues, their gaze sweeping over the stunned crew. "And this position, the final one, could not remain empty for the coming necessary ritual." A cold dread washes over them, realizing the system is far more complex than they ever imagined. The pilot's eyes narrow slightly, a flicker of an ancient, cosmic understanding within their depths. "I volunteered," they state, a chilling pronouncement that twists the very concept of free will. "I volunteered after you failed," the pilot clarifies. The words a dagger to their collective hope. This isn't a betrayal, it's a preemptive measure, a desperate act from a future they couldn't prevent. The younger crew member feels a profound sense of personal failure, a burden of inevitable inadequacy. The pilot's calm certainty is terrifying, suggesting their struggles are merely echoes of a predetermined path. The night engine emits a soft, almost contented hum, its systems fully online, aligned with its pilot. It recognizes it's chosen, it's destined, the one who stepped into the void when others faltered. The crew's Titan whines, a sound of profound distress, its internal mechanisms struggling against the truth. It recoils from the night engine, an instinctual aversion to its dark, terminal purpose and its pilot. The night engine's obsidian shell begins to ripple with a faint, internal, shimmering energy field. Its form appears to solidify, becoming even more imposing, more aligned with its terrifying function. The pilot inside makes a subtle gesture, a command understood only by the night engine itself. The colossal frame begins to shift, its massive body slowly turning to face the vault's entrance. It prepares for egress. Its purpose, now clear, to join the other frames, to complete the grand design. The crew remains frozen, unable to move, unable to process the magnitude of this impossible revelation. Their future, their past, their present all are irrevocably tangled in this single, horrifying moment. The night engine's crimson eyes glow brighter, reflecting the terror and despair etched on their faces. The pilot's expression remains serenely calm, a stark, terrifying contrast to the crew's escalating panic. The realization dawns. They are witnessing not an awakening, but a preordained, cosmic The final piece of the system has fallen into place, a dark mosaic of fate, now terrifyingly complete. The night engine's immense form casts a colossal shadow, obscuring the vault's ancient, crumbling walls. Its pilot, their future self, stands as a silent, unyielding testament to a broken, inevitable timeline. The crew struggles for breath, each gasp a desperate attempt to process the horrifying reality before them. Their own Titan shudders, a low growl rumbling deep within its chest, a protest against this preordained fate. It recognizes the pilot, the face of its chosen, now corrupted by an impossible future allegiance. The older pilot's gaze sweeps over their younger self, a profound, almost sorrowful understanding in their eyes. The choices you made, the pilot's voice echoes, led to a path of profound, irrecoverable failure. The words are not accusatory, but rather a somber recounting of historical, inescapable facts. The circle must be unbroken, the pilot states, their voice carrying the weight of cosmic necessity. And the night engine, the arbiter of termination, requires its rightful, destined position. The younger crew member feels a searing pain, a wound of preemptive defeat inflicted by their own future. The concept of free will shatters, replaced by the chilling certainty of a pre-written, inescapable destiny. The older pilot extends a hand, not in greeting, but in a gesture of profound, almost tragic finality. There was no other way to ensure the system's balance, to avert a far greater, universal catastrophe. The crew leader attempts to speak, but words catch in their throat, choked by the overwhelming despair. This isn't a battle they can win. It's a timeline they are already losing, a future already written. The night engine hums louder, its internal mechanisms shifting, aligning with a grand, cosmic purpose. Its obsidian shell glows with a faint, malevolenter lighter, absorbing any residual hope in the chamber. The pilot's calm certainty is unnerving, a stark reminder of their own frantic, desperate uncertainty. The frames are not weapons, the pilot explains, their voice a chilling whisper in the vast space. They are positions, functions within a cosmic mechanism designed to maintain equilibrium. The truth strikes them with brutal force. Their entire understanding of the Titans was fundamentally flawed. They were never meant to be piloted by choice, but filled by necessity, by preordained, chosen vessels. The older pilot smiles, a small, knowing curve of the lips, devoid of warmth or human emotion. You sought to resist the design, to break the circle, and in doing so, you only hastened this truth. The crew's Titan thrashes, its internal processors struggling against the overwhelming, contradictory data. Its loyalty to its pilot clashes with the primal recognition of the night engine's cosmic authority. The younger crew member feels their own Titan's distress, a shared burden of impossible, crushing reality. The older pilot turns, their gaze now fixed on the massive, reinforced vault entrance before them. The night engine responds instantly, its colossal form beginning to move with a terrifying, silent power. It strides towards the exit, its every step vibrating through the ancient, crumbling, subterranean structure. The crew scrambles, their panic renewed, realizing the night engine is about to unleash itself upon the world. Their own Titan roars, a defiant, desperate sound, struggling against the paralyzing fear. It feels, it lunges forward, a protective instinct overriding its terror, attempting to shield its human companions. The night engine pauses, its crimson eyes locking onto the advancing, smaller frame with cold indifference. The older pilot shakes their head slowly, A gesture of profound pity, or perhaps resigned inevitability. Resistance is meaningless, the pilot states, a final, crushing truth echoing through the vault. The night engine reacts, not with violence, but with a subtle, overwhelming surge of dark energy. A wave of pure, concentrated void emanates from its form, washing over the attacking Titan. The crew's Titan falters, its systems flickering, its powerful frame momentarily paralyzed by the force. It collapses, its internal lights dimming, overwhelmed by the night engine's absolute terminal power. The older pilot shows no emotion, watching the smaller Titan fall, a necessary casualty in a grand design. The night engine continues its advance, unimpeded, towards the now crumbling vault entrance. The ancient stone gives way with a deafening roar, revealing a path leading upwards into the city. Dust and debris shower down, creating a chaotic scene of destruction and terrifying, inevitable progress. The crew watches, helpless, as the night engine, with their future self at its core, prepares to ascend. The pilot turns, one last time, their gaze lingering on their younger counterpart. A silent farewell. The circle is complete. The pilot's voice resonates, a chilling pronouncement of ultimate finality. All 6 frames now exist, their positions filled, the mechanism now ready for its true purpose. The night engine locks into a system-wide alignment, a subtle hum vibrating through the entire planet. This hum is felt by every other awakened frame, a silent signal of a shared, terrifying activation. The air outside the vault is now charged with a new, profound energy, a palpable shift in reality. The night engine begins its ascent, its obsidian form disappearing into the dust-filled passage above. The crew remains in the shattered vault, surrounded by the debris of their broken understanding. Their own Titan lies inert, a symbol of their failed resistance, their shattered hopes. The implications of a pre-piloted, time-displaced frame resonate with a profound, cosmic horror. They stare at the empty space where the night engine stood, a void in their very souls. The older pilot's words, "I volunteered after you failed," burn into their minds, a searing brand. The system demands completion, and it has achieved it, despite all of humanity's desperate efforts. A terrifying question lingers. What is the true purpose of this completed cosmic mechanism? What ritual demands 6 frames, each a position, each now filled by a chosen, destined pilot? The night engine's ascent signals the end of their search, but the beginning of an even greater dread. The city above trembles, sensing the emergence of the final, most terrifying piece of the puzzle. The crew is left with the crushing weight of inevitability, their future stolen, their choices rendered moot. The darkness that emanated from the night engine still clings to the vault, a pervasive, chilling presence. Their comes are silent, the usual chatter replaced by the ringing echo of the pilot's final pronouncement. All 6 frames now exist, a mantra of despair, sealing their fate, defining their limited reality. The world outside awaits, unknowingly poised on the brink of a preordained, universal shift. The crew's faces are pale, etched with shock, and a dawning, profound sense of cosmic helplessness. They are merely pawns in a game far older, far grander, and infinitely more terrifying than they imagined. The night engine, with its future pilot, is now free, a dark harbinger of the system's terrifying completion. The very fabric of reality seems to ripple, reacting to the final frame's full, potent activation. The question remains, if the machine is part of a circle, what happens when the circle is complete? And if pilots are chosen or grown, what grim harvest awaits those who now occupy these positions? The silence in the vault is absolute, broken only by the distant, growing rumble of the ascending night engine. A cold sweat breaks out on the crew leader's brow, a premonition of unimaginable, future horrors. They glance at their fallen Titan, its powerful form now vulnerable, a stark reminder of their limitations. The sky above the city, once merely bruised, now seems to bleed, reflecting the terrifying truth. The night engine rises, a dark god from below, ready to fulfill its final, destructive, terminal purpose. The universe holds its breath, sensing the intricate, ancient mechanism has finally reached its full, Terrifying completion.